Alright, let's get this rolling. Need to find where the Steam map is with bad eyesight, cause, yeah. The cat lady. Hello, Gabagool. Let's get this shared onto announcements real quick. Alright. Playing the cat lady with a cat in my pocket. Yeah. A good combination. Yes. There are bloody handprints all over the wardrobe. Someone bled on this chair too. What did you do to your wife, sir? This bed is rather fancy. Reminds me of beds they have in cheesy country hotels. There are mostly horror books on these shelves. More than half of them are written by Stephen King. I guess Joe is a fan. Yeah, there's quite a bit of Stephen King I like too, I'd say. This metal cover is tightly screwed in this place. I can't remove it by hand. So, let's see. Got bicycle crank, extension cord, power lead. Let's try bicycle crank maybe. Nothing special about that wardrobe. Oh, a woman. Is this Joe's wife? Poor woman, this is horrible.
Hello?
Okay.
Misery. Is that what you said?
Oh. That's not good. See if I talk to her again, what
Hello?
happens? Okay, yeah, it's the same thing.
Misery. Is that what you said?
Reminds me of Jesus and Floppy the Hammerhead. Alright, let's look through and see if there's another thing, maybe. Yeah, no, none of those things work for that. We're still trying to figure out who the bad person in the apartments are. I think we have, maybe a lead. Although the world's become more surreal with that hole in the wall, for sure.
So, your wife's been in that room for a week?
Now that you bring this up, I think it might have been a month.
That's a very long time to stay in one place.
She wants to look great. I guess it takes time, but we really have to go now. I think there's a big storm coming. I feel it in my bones.
Goodbye, Joe.
Maybe she'd... So she wants to save that for her possible future marriage. Okay. The random dress she found in a basement. I mean, yeah, I like getting free stuff too, I guess. Yeah, we're really supposed to do something with the panel. But I do not have anything on me that would do anything good with that. I bet it's something to do with these mirrors that I gotta do next. Just gotta figure out what. Is there something that happens in a Stephen King novel that I don't know about that maybe would... Like, I haven't read The Thing for Misery, so... Even though I really like the movie, yeah. I should sometime. Since I really liked The Outsider and another one I can't think of the name of, and yeah. I'm in the mood kind of to start a new game of it already and then get back here to this part again because I'm gonna do games hours of gameplay, but yeah, I like that idea right now. Oh yeah, I forgot it. Quits out of the whole thing. Hold on a second. I'm gonna quickly tell Instagram I'm starting a new game of it. Alright, let's start it. Yes. I thought I would quit to menu. There's probably a quit to menu option, but my eyesight's not good enough to see. Was it good enough to see it? So, apologies there. Cosmo, you tiny cat. You tiny cat. Alright. We are starting a new game.
My name is Susan Ashworth. I live alone in this old 2-bedroom flat. I rarely go outside. Some would say it's a lonely life, and I guess that's true. But I don't like people's company. Not lately, anyway. I only trust my cats these days, and I will miss them dearly. But they will understand, like they always have. Teacup stays with me till the end. He watches me, as if he knew. Because earlier tonight, I swallowed a whole bunch of pills. They're legal, of course, prescribed by my doctor for my sleeping problems. But I've taken 34 of them, all I could find in the cupboard, and now the room around me spins in a blurry tango as my heart slows down. Any second now, I will be dead. I feel calm. I'm ready for it. I've only got one thing to say now. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye.
No, this is the starting of the game. I decided to restart it because I got really confused on a puzzle. I have the old save still, so if I decide to go back to it, I can. But yeah. We are in chapter 1. Joke's on you, I put the Steam input controls and made it customized my own thing. Haha. Oh, at Olive Garden, there's a garden full of olives from Shipwreck 64. Wow, that's cool. It's locked. But you can't go any further.
Huh? What's making that noise? Hello? Who's there?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Answer me.
That was cool. It's the real Olive Garden. It's me, my cold, dead body, right in front of my eyes. What is it doing here? I look so calm. My eyes. Just about one thing I liked about myself. Even now, they still shine a little. I better take it with me. The key. She just let go well. A deer. Look, the wheat fields are gone. What you getting at the Olive Garden? The hole has been boarded up with these planks. The size underneath says emergency power switch danger. I'm not strong enough to pull them off with my bare hands. There's definitely something there. I can't tell for sure, but it looks like a switch. Too long a sacrifice can make a stone of heart. Would it take another sacrifice to turn it back? Maybe I'm being silly. This is just some old machinery after all. How strange. There doesn't seem to be a single switch or button on this machine. How do you turn it on? Now she's finding another corpse of herself. My dead body hanging from a tree. I should be scared, but I just feel empty. Wait, what's that shiny thing on her neck? Is that a key? The body's too high, I can't reach. The rope is tied into a knot. It would take me hours to undo this knot. Door seems bolted from the other side.
I can't remember this place. Am I lost?
What a gruesome display. At least it's not my head stuck on the bars. It's locked. Now we follow the crow. And see how everything's changing again as we follow it. Pull the knife out of the deer. But now we can cut that rope down. Wait, I want to see what she says about the deer though. Who's done this? Is there anyone else here? I'd be wondering the same thing. Oh, I have to go this way now. Let's cut me down from the rope. I look like I'm just sleeping. Empty pockets. Take the key. And leave. Unlock that gate.
Welcome Welcome to my house, Susan Ashworth. I have been waiting for you, my dear. I knew you would turn up one fine day like this.
Who are you?
I have so many names, it's hard to pick one. But I'm curious, who do you think I am?
Death, an old lady who lives in the woods. Are you God? Are you the devil? I really don't know. Can't you just tell me? An old lady who lives in the
An
woods.
old lady who lives in the woods?
Am I really, Susan? Are you that naive? Or perhaps you're too stubborn to see what I really am. I've waited all that time for you, and now you disappoint me.
You wasted your time waiting. I'm not worth waiting for. I'm just nobody. And you, to me, you're just a strange old woman sitting on a porch of her house. And those flowers you're holding.
Why are you gonna die?
I'm going to put some on your coffin, dear. After everyone's gone.
I wouldn't bother. I hate flowers.
What is this place? What will happen next?
What is this place?
This, my dear, is my humble kingdom, and this house is my castle. I rarely invite people in, just like you. I like my solitude. But you are a special guest, and I'm going to make an exception.
Me? Special? I can tell you now that there's nothing special about me, lady.
Don't bring yourself down, Susan Ashworth. Today, you are my guest of honor.
What will happen next?
Depends on you, Susan. Inside my house, there are dark hallways that lead to places you don't want to see. But there is also something that will make you want to return to where you came from and cherish every single little breath you take. I'm going to make you an offer, Susan. It's a chance only a fool would refuse.
Okay. An offer? What can you offer me?
Let's come inside. It's getting cold out here. Please don't touch anything, dear.
I wasn't going to.
You lied to the whole world, Susan. And you lied to yourself.
Is she really here? Maybe this is all just a dream after all.
Now we can talk properly, my dear.
Damn.
Is there anyone else here?
I thought you liked being alone. Isn't that why you ran away from everyone?
It doesn't matter.
I was standing right behind you when you threw away all those photographs, you know? I brushed your hair every night you cried yourself to sleep. I saw everything. I know what you want, but it's not here. It's gone, and it will never, ever come again.
I still don't really know who you are.
I go by many names. I've never paid much notice to what the living call me, but there is one name the fallen ones use when I speak to them. I find it most accurate. The Queen of Maggots.
Is that what you are? Why?
The Queen of Maggots
maggots?
is French.
Because they feed on what's dead and gone.
Dead and gone. I guess that's me. Will I be punished for taking my own life?
Most people would be, but not you, Susan. You see, I watched you long enough to understand how you feel. I don't expect you to believe me, but I actually have sympathy for you. Who knows? I could be your only friend. The only friend in the whole wide world.
Got it.
So like I said, I'm going to make you an offer. I want to help you. I will give you back your happiness in exchange for a simple task. Your life will change completely. You will be yourself again. And you will soon forget the sadness that has consumed your heart for years.
I have no reason to live. Please, just let me go. I tried. I really did. But it's never going to be okay.
Who knows, maybe, but one way or the other. This isn't the end of your story. It's only the beginning, my dear. And there are great things waiting for you. Believe me.
What do you want me to do?
Yes, I think it's time to explain. But where are my manners? We're still in the hall. This is not a place for a serious talk. Follow me to the next room. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
What's your offer then? What can you fix that life has destroyed?
Susan, death can fix nothing. But though we are both dead, I am not death. I might seem just like a strange old woman to you, but I'm just as powerful as gods. And I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I'll need you to go back and face 5 people. They're not ordinary people. They're very special, just like you, only in a slightly different way.
Those 5 people, who are they?
The parasites. That's what I call them. They don't know each other, but their destinies are bound together. You will have to keep your eyes open and be constantly on guard. Those people will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends, but don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die.
Isn't my life bad enough without them?
Don't be frightened. You will have a great advantage over them. They don't know that you know. Do you understand what it means? You will become my hunter, serving punishment for their sins. A tool of destruction. A dark angel walking through the river of blood. You'll find your purpose in life when you see for the first time how satisfying
I
it
can
can
see how
be.
that would happen.
But how will I recognize them?
There isn't a great deal of people in your lonely life, is there, Susan? You will know when you see them. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
Are you expecting me to kill them?
No, Susan, I'm expecting you to fight for survival. To do everything you can to defend yourself. I know you're not a murderer. Quite the opposite, actually. You're a good person. And I also know that you don't want to suffer. And those people will want to cause you pain. They won't hesitate. In the end, you might have no choice. Think of it as gardening. If there were weeds among the flowers, you'd pull them out, wouldn't you? You'd get rid of them without thinking twice about it.
I'm not really a gardening type, but I see your point.
I'm glad. And remember this, you are not the only victim. If you don't stop them, the killing will continue. Innocent people will die. You have the opportunity to make the difference. And a chance to save yourself.
I'm a failure. Why did you choose me? Aren't you afraid I will let you down, whatever it is I have to do? Most days, it's enough of a struggle to crawl out of bed. I don't see the point in anything. I just want to disappear. And I hate everyone else because they know how to be happy. Everywhere I turn, there are people filled with hope and will to live. Or people so pitiful, they make me ashamed to be alive. I don't want them. There's nobody there for me. I am alone. I just want to vanish.
This is the very reason I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I know how you feel, because I felt like this myself for a very long time. You and me are very much alike. If you succeed, you will never feel broken again.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm being screamed at. Alright, I'm back. I didn't know he only had one. No.
do this. It's too much. Dealing with criminals is a job for the police, not someone like me.
Indeed, you are weak. That's why I have prepared a special gift for you. Immortality. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life no matter what happens to you.
What? This is the last thing I wanted. Please, can't you just let me die?
I've made the decision. As long as they are alive, you cannot die.
This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you.
Susan, see this door here? Let's go inside. I want to show you something that will help you make up your mind. Follow me. Yes, it's you, Susan. Come closer. Say hello.
I don't want to look at it. Haven't I had enough yet? That body in the ambulance. Then the forest. But this place is... This is exactly what I was trying to run away from. I don't want to be here. Make it go away.
I assumed it would be wise to give you a little taste of the suffering you'd endure. I want you to understand that you can keep going long after you can't.
Crucified, all alone, in one place that's changed it all. I really don't want to be here. This must bring up some former trauma of hers that the game had been hinting at before.
Susan, it's time to make a decision. The parasites are coming, whether you want it or not. You haven't really got much choice. You must stand up for yourself.
I take orders from nobody. I'll do it my way.
Don't you understand? There is no other way.
Well, I don't know that. Besides, you could be lying to me. How do I know you aren't? I'm no murderer. I don't want to be. I'll find another way without you.
What?
Look, I appreciate you giving me another chance. Don't get me wrong. I can see now that I've made a mistake, and I'm ready to try to fix my life. But I really don't like what you're saying. If there's one thing I learned in life, it's that people let you down all the time. If I don't rely on myself, I can't rely on anyone else.
You fool! You damned arrogant fool! You have no idea what you have just done. But fine, have it your way. In the end, I will be the one laughing at you. I always am.
Insult her, be sarcastic, apologize.
I'm sorry, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't want to know what's going to happen. It's hard enough without it. Thanks for everything, though.
When we meet again, You will beg me on your knees to give you a second chance.
I don't really believe in second chances, so I might have to disappoint you again. Look, this is all just a bad dream. I want to wake up. I'm back in the house. Okay, it'll be fine. I don't need her. I'm sure I'll figure out what to do.
Which candle shall I blow out? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, you think? No answer. Dang, you guys suck.
I
Whoa,
can't
what's
get through
this?
these. What the hell are they anyway?
Maggots. A lonely seashore. Strange, the flame seems strong and steady, but there is no smoke. Alright, we'll do this one then. Number 5. Whose
They
life
left
are we
me
swapping
no
out?
choice, Alice. Maybe one day you'll forgive me.
That's a good start. Does that mean I get to leave now? Yep.
What the? How did I get back here?
That's another dead body of her self. That's not good. And that's what got the machine going. Now she is respawning. On to chapter 2. I'm only getting the Steam achievements now because I at first pirated it, but then liked it so much that I bought it.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay, you'll probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
She's awake, Doctor.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Susan.
Hi, Susan. I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Susan. Yeah? Please, don't try to speak. What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
We find some pretty sad things about her later.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. Hi. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky. I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
It's pretty gross.
Bad dream?
Yeah, a really bad one.
I knew it. I could see as soon as I came in the room that you were having a nightmare. I guess I shouldn't have woken you up. What was it about?
I was burnt alive.
Actually, it reminds me of something that happened the other day. There was this woman on the emergency unit, and she really wanted to smoke, you know? But they wouldn't let her, of course. She wasn't well at all, not just injured, but not right in the head. She was on 10 litres of oxygen through the face mask. She had to stay in bed, she was told. But she wouldn't listen, of course, and as soon as they'd left, she lit up a fag. The whole room went up in flames, and so did she. I guess you didn't really want to know that, did you? That's just me and my big gob. Typical. I never know when to shut up.
What was your name again?
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I always do that. So sorry, Susan. My name is Elizabeth. But you can call me Liz, like everyone else.
You're here a lot. Every time I open my eyes, I see you.
They make auxiliaries do crazy hours here. Seriously, I feel like I've got no life sometimes. I'll be here till the morning. To be honest, I keep coming here to hide. Please don't give me away. I just want to rest my legs for 2 minutes, that's all.
What happened to me?
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then... all of a sudden, I was on the field of barley. It was great at first. I felt happy. I was free. But it soon got worse. There was this tunnel, but there was no light at the end of it, only darkness. Then I got lost in the woods. There was my dead body hanged on the tree, a burning car, and a crow, and a deer. I heard something behind the trees, but I didn't dare to look. Then I found the house. The old woman who lived there, I think she was Death. Or maybe she was the devil. I'm not sure. She said they call her the Queen of Maggots. She said I should go back, gave me another chance. And so, here I am. Weird dream, eh?
Maybe it wasn't a dream. I really believe in that sort of stuff. It's not impossible.
It felt real, but it was just a dream. Can you now tell me who found me and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you'd sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry. How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back. You went to the intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it Die Ward, because all the patients who come here want to die. It's a suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe. Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, but you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you, but Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now, why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure, but it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills. I'm tired. Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up, right?
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible.
He's so creepy.
It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan. This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like?
I've restarted the game because the puzzle got too frustrating.
Yeah, I had a great dad. I have very fond memories of my father. He was always there.
I like
for
how
me,
you can
no
change
matter
her
what I
childhood
did.
up with all
He
these
never
questions.
got angry or upset. I suppose I never really gave him any reasons to be. I was a good child. Not perfect. But then again, no one's perfect. Whatever made me try to kill myself, it definitely has nothing to do with him.
Where is he now?
He died 6 years ago. Cancer.
Do you miss him?
Of course I miss him. How can you even ask me that?
It's my job to ask these questions, Susan. Let's talk about your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
I can't complain. My mum was great.
Just making her have a good childhood.
She brought me up well. Me and her. We were like best friends. Like soulmates. We did everything together. She passed away 7 years ago. When Dad first got diagnosed with cancer, it was too much for her. He kept pretending he was fine, but she just couldn't take it. Her heart gave up. She died quickly. My father kept fighting it. Another 8 months of illness and intensive chemo finally beat him, though. He thought he was unbeatable, but he wasn't.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
It's definitely how I've felt a few times. Not this last time in the hospital, honestly, but... And then I'll take... a bunch of shadnets, some sort of fancy flower. I hate flowers. I don't like flowers. I really don't care what they smell like. No way, I'm not taking them. It's a list of drugs for patient in the side room. For patient in side room 1 and some notes. According to this, her name is Anne Burton, 35 years of age. She's taking lots of sedatives and has a long history of drug abuse. It seems that on top of it all, she's taking methadone for heroin withdrawal syndrome. At the bottom of the page, there's a note saying she's actually a private patient who's staying here out of her own free will. Lucky lady. I guess it won't be as easy for me to leave the ward. That's her room. Her pillow's dirty. And there's nothing under the pillow. It's stuck at 1140. All the hospitals are stuck there. What does her drug chart say? It's a list of drugs for patients inside room 1. I guess that's me then. I'm on a lot of sedatives, it appears. The stuff they're giving me could knock out a horse. Could give it a headache for a week too. It could also cause hallucinations and paranoia. How bizarre. Why would they want to give me all that? I'm not crazy. I know that for sure. If anyone's crazy here, it's someone who put me on all the medication for no good medical reason. Typical psych ward. Yep.
Hello? I guess I should wait my turn.
No, it sucked to be in that hospital with this disease.
Can I make a phone call, please?
Oh, yes, of course, but the phone's being used at the moment. Can you please come back in 5 minutes? Thanks.
Can I make a phone call, please?
Oh, wait, that's the one I
yes,
already clicked
of
on.
course, but the phone's being used at the moment. Can you please come back in 5 minutes? Thanks.
I I feel much better now. Can you please discharge me?
I'm glad to hear that. But I can't discharge you until Dr. X sees you. He should be doing his round very soon. Please return to your bed and wait for him, all right?
Is Liz here?
And who's Liz?
That young nurse who was here last night. Black hair, very chatty. She said her name was Liz.
I'm sorry. A lot of people come through here. I can't remember everyone's name. Can you return to your bed now, please? It's nearly time for your medication. I can't be chasing around after every single patient.
Beg your pardon?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, all right?
She looks like she's just on her phone.
Hello? I guess I should wait my turn. Let me through. I'm going home.
Can I see the discharge letter first? If you haven't been discharged by the doctors, I'm afraid I can't let you through.
You have no right. I am a free person, and I'll do what I want. I'm not staying here a minute longer.
I'll have to see the letter first. May I ask what your name is?
I'll come back later.
Please do, Mum. We'll be right here.
It's a discharge letter for Anne Burton, currently a patient in room 1. It seems she has admitted herself into hospital and is allowed to leave whenever she wishes. All she'd have to do is show this letter to security guards outside.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
I was only going to tidy up.
I'm sorry. Are you one of the housekeepers? Why did you dress up as a patient?
I just can't stand mess, that's all. And there's no need to be sarcastic.
Who's being sarcastic?
These must be patient files. They're piled up on the desk.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't leave them out on the desk for everyone to see.
If you are looking for something to read, we have some magazines for patients here.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
This must be the patient from side room 2. God, doesn't she look confused? I'll take one of these medicine cups. I can't look at myself. The mirror is cracked. A large shard of glass is lying on the side. If they find it on me, they'll think I'm a complete psycho. But might be useful too. I'll risk it. I hid a lot of things as stuffed animals when I was in places. Please stop writing messages on the mirror while we are currently experiencing difficulties maintaining high level of cleanliness due to sudden shortage of cleaning staff. We all ask all patients to be considerate and help us keep the ward tidy. And then, yeah, I already know what to do with this place, so.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
The toilet's blocked.
What? Well, that's hardly an emergency.
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute. Oh, it's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands dirty since the cleaner's called in sick.
Now I can go steal that patient flyer.
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed...
Oh yeah, I
Anders?
gotta do that other thing.
Oh, right. Name band.
I gotta go get
I
booty
think
juice.
I left
That's
it in my room. I'll go
that
and
language
get it,
goes
shall I?
in the hospital.
Hi. Are you alright? Can we talk for a minute?
I can't talk. Please, just leave me alone.
Oh, I mean you no harm. I'm trapped here, just like you.
Trapped? I don't know. It's just so hard to think without it. But you're a stranger. And you're not one of those lovely nurses either. They look after me so well. I trust the nurses like I trusted my mother.
I just want to talk. I need your help.
Unless it's Mother who sent you. Was it her? Please tell me it was her.
Yeah, sure. I'm a good friend of your mother.
We are
I
pretending
miss
to
her
be this
so
drug
much.
addict's
I
mom
can't
to make her
remember you
trust
very
us.
But you should know this. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Yeah, sure I do. Now, let me ask you.
What is it?
Oh, well...
What is my mother's name?
Then it doesn't give us an option. That would be alright. That would be correct, so let's pick a different one. So,
Alice.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
right, we gotta get booty juiced in order to get the other stuff done.
It wasn't you who did it, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone just stuck a bunch of... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's sorted now. I just hope it's the last time I've put my hands in that stinking toilet.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I just wanted to remind you that I'm ready to go home.
Oh, is that so? Well, guess what? I haven't forgotten. It takes time. I could lose my job if I don't follow the correct procedures. Why do I bother? I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Are you kidding me? I'm not taking any medication. I'm not ill.
Oh, you should know we are only following the doctor's orders here. You do want to get better, don't you? Now, let me have a quick look at your name band. Miss Ashworth, I strongly suggest you take this, all right? That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better. Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Yeah, you have to go down the hallway to this. Now we're gonna trade drugs for the bracelet.
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts
Wrecked
me.
by pasta.
A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Oh, right, I didn't get
Anne
that.
Burton.
No, that's my name. You don't know my mother, you little liar. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
That's fun. Better than getting wrecked on the stuff they're getting wrecked on here. Alright, I need to figure out how to get her name. Maybe, if I just hand her that.
Go away. Please, just leave me alone. Mother's always told me not to accept any gifts from strangers.
It's a... You'll probably won't like it the first time you taste it. I don't know. But then the first time I tasted it, I was really young, so...
Shall we swap our name bands?
Mother always told me not to talk
Young
to
people eat
strangers.
like elves.
I can't take it. I'm being good
The
now.
buddy from Mel.
Only talk to my
Been
nurses
too long
and good
since I've-
friends.
Oh, do I have to take all the patient files too? Means we gotta clog that toilet again to get that nurse out of the way. I watched it a few times, like several years ago. I think actually that's what I watched when I was at Provo Canyon for Christmas, because one of the Christmases I had was at Provo Canyon. Man, it's not that bad. Not very memorable. Okay, maybe we missed something.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell?
How do you know
Is there an
Sausage
emergency?
Party is better if you haven't even watched it? I don't even remember Sausage Party. I've watched it, but...
I wanted to see how long it takes you to answer the bell.
Look, I'm a nurse. I have a lot of paperwork to do. We're doing our best.
You're underestimating how bad movies can be.
Fruitcakes like you come here and scratch and piss on the bloody walls.
Hey, don't speak to me like that. I'm not suicidal, and I'm not a fruitcake, and I didn't scratch anything, let alone pissing on the walls.
Why do I bother? I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
My birthday's on a 24th too, but on a different 24th.
I'll have your name, so I can make a big fat complaint.
There is no need for that attitude. First, you were being disruptive when I'm just trying to do my paperwork. And now you are threatening me. Oh, you should know we are only following the doctor's orders here. Now, forget that silliness and let me have a quick look at your wristband. Miss Ashworth, I strongly suggest you take this, alright? That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Oh, ew. Yeah, I forgot that happens.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best movie ever, but I don't remember it being that bad. There's something else I need to find. Maybe. The words are all gone from the mirror. Gremlins is a good one. I fell asleep during it though. That's pretty funny. I watched all the Gremlins movies in the psych ward too,
I feel
actually.
better now, but
Crazy.
I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Do I have to get all the names wrong
Joan.
first?
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
They're pretty goofy, but I don't think they're like elf at all. Much other than being goofy.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. Mary?
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. Elizabeth.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name.
She's
The name
forgetting that I've
haunts
asked
me.
this
A beautiful
so
name.
many times already.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Cringe.
Mandy.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Will
But I
resurrect
know it. Let me just think for a
the
second.
guy who made Playboy just to put him in a gulag.
Sarah.
No. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
That's cool.
Alice.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. I don't know.
No, of course you don't. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Alright, so maybe after doing that, it will let me do my what I gotta do. Or maybe there's something in the mirror.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Are you really? You look fine to me.
No, I'm really not feeling well.
Fine, I'll call the doctor for you. But I can't help it if he's busy and can't get here straight away. In the meantime, I know how to make you feel better. I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Susan Ashworth, 24th of May, 1970.
I'm just going to check your name band now to confirm that. That's fine. That's fine. I'd like you to drink this liquid, please. It will help you relax. It will help you relax. That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better. Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
So what do those letters mean? S-H-A. I don't know. I've had to tolerate a lot of them. Probably the God's Not Dead movies. Yeah, God's Not Dead, actually. That one. Had to watch that a million times in North Star, which is the worst place in the world.
The
Not as
drugs
bad
have
as
worn off,
API,
and
maybe.
I feel better now, but I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
They're actually worse than the hospital she's staying at in this game. It's crazy.
If you really are a friend, you
Let's
will know my
see
mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Okay, no, it's not giving it a name
I
yet.
don't know.
No, of course you don't. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
I guess I've learned to really like bad movies in a weird way. What does it say here?
Shall we swap our name bands?
Mother always told me not to talk to strangers. I can't take it. I'm being good now. Only talk to my nurses and good friends. Go away. Please, just leave me alone. Mother's always told me not to accept any gifts from strangers.
Where does it say her mom's name?
I've already got one glove in my pocket.
Maybe using the gloves on the bed.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
I was only going to tidy up.
I'm sorry. Are you one of the housekeepers? Why did you dress up as a patient?
I just can't stand mess, that's all. And there's no need to be sarcastic.
Who's being sarcastic?
See if it lets me clog the toilet again so I can get all those patient files too. But what about the files? We need the files. Bruh. What am I missing and forgetting again?
Tell those security guys to let me through right now.
I'll tell them in a minute. I just have to finish my writing first.
I'm not kidding. I want you to let me go right now.
Could you calm down, please? There's no need to be rude.
What? I'm not being...
I'll be with you in a second. We're looking after a lot of patients here, not just you. Let me finish this. I can't remember what I was going to write. I have to start all over again.
I'd like to go home now.
Well, so would I. But there are procedures and a system in place. I can't just let you go like that.
What?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, all right?
What do I got to do to... I forgot what I did to... I guess it took me a long time to finish this puzzle last time too.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I pressed it by mistake. Sorry.
Oh. All right. It happens, I guess. I'll see you later.
I've never heard of that.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. I don't know.
No, of course you don't. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. Go away. Please, just leave me alone. Mother's always told me not to accept any gifts from strangers. Go away. Please, just leave me alone. Mother's always told me not to accept any gifts from strangers.
Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of things, but just main things tend to be horror. Maybe if I...
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I wanted to see how long it takes you to answer the bell.
Look, I'm a nurse. I have a lot of paperwork to do. We're doing our best here. It's not my fault that suicidal fruitcakes like you come here and scratch and piss on the bloody walls.
Hey, don't speak to me like that. I'm not suicidal, and I'm not a fruitcake, and I didn't scratch anything, let alone pissing on the walls.
Why do I bother? I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Mind your own business. I'm not taking anything.
I don't think so, darling. Now, you really don't have to lie. We're only trying to help, you know. Now, let me have a quick look at your name band. Miss Ashworth, I strongly suggest you take
Oh,
this,
okay, I
alright?
see what I did that I missed. Yes, I did Google a quick walkthrough.
That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better. Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Okay, so the first letters are shown here, and then I gotta go back here after getting more drug, which I see I have a second medical cup, so that or the game is entirely glitched. Now let's see what happens if I go back there after that, then. If it's not letting me interact with that heart thing. They're all back to being normal mirrors. If I maybe go to the room and then go back out, what happens? Let me just read that thing again. What I have to do. Oh, okay, I have to let it get. Got it. Let's see what I gotta do now.
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
Now we can do all this, yes.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. Sheila.
Yes. It was my mother who sent you after all. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. But my head's all messed up.
So, let's have a little chat, sweetheart. Do you know how to get out of here?
We're not supposed to get out. We must stay here. Do what they say. Take pills they give us. Sometimes, if I behave, they give me the red stuff. I wait for it. I'm being good.
What is this red stuff?
It's a drug. My favourite one. Red stuff takes the pain away. I must stay here. Good nurses have been most kind. They always remember. They know I'm suffering. But it is not the same as the drugs I see in my dreams. On the other side of the mirror, there's a spider's heart full of drugs. I just can't seem to find it anymore.
I see. How about we swap our name bands?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. But that would be like a favour to you, yeah?
Well, technically, you wouldn't lose anything, because I'd give you my name band instead. Does that make any sense?
Sure, yeah. I do want something better in return, though. I'm not that stupid. I know you'll use it to get out of here.
Oh, I never said you're stupid. I just really want to go home. Please understand.
That's fine. I don't mind. I'll give it to you if you get me the red stuff. What do you say?
I thought nurses give it to you anyway.
No, not that. I'm talking about the real thing. Something you can only get in the world of dreams. Now that is something special.
Is it safe?
It's perfectly safe.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Yes, it's all fine. It's just hard to wait, you know? They said I can have it. You know, yeah? So I wait here. Don't want to miss it. That nurse promised it to me. The one with the red glasses. But I think it's been 3 hours already. Why are they late? Do you think something happened? Do you think she changed her mind? Because I swear if she did, I will hurt myself again. I swear to God, I will hurt myself again.
I'm sure they'll be here in a minute. They're probably just very busy, that's all. Feel like sharing? What's your name?
There is nothing to share. Everyone died. Everyone. And my treat, my red stuff, it's not the same. I keep lying to myself. I'm a mean little liar. Always have been. This vein, you see, it goes straight to my heart. That's why it hurts so much. I wish I could, just one more time. But it's all lost now. Everything. I was always happy to settle for a consolation prize, you know?
What exactly is this little treat you mentioned?
It's the red teardrop of pure happiness. They bring it. I drink it down. And my pain goes away. Without it, I just feel so angry. It's like I'm going crazy. It's funny, but I just get so fucking angry sometimes. I'm dying, I think. We're all dying, I heard. She said I'd go to hell for it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Does he know?
Who?
Him!
Right. Okay. No, probably not.
I need the red medicine. I need it now. I must be a good girl. I must be a nice girl.
Maybe I could get you some of that stuff. Do you know where they keep it?
Oh, they have it hidden well. You can't get there. Or maybe you can. I see it in my dreams sometimes. It's where the nurses are. But in my dream, there are no nurses there. I see it, but I can't get it. It's so near, and yet so far. I can still hear the broken heartbeat of the spider's heart.
I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Yes, go. Be careful. They're watching us. And remember, we must be nice to earn the red stuff. Always be nice.
Poor woman. I've found the thing you asked me for, but are you absolutely certain it won't harm you?
Don't be silly. Of course it won't.
Fine. I hope you know what you're doing. Can I have your name band now, please?
Yes. No matter what they say, I do keep my promises.
What do they... You know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you for your help.
I bet she thinks those red rimmed glasses make her look attractive. I know her kind all too well, completely dedicated to her job, yet totally brainless and closed-minded.
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Anne Burton?
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go. Can I go now?
Of course. Thank you, Mum. We'll see you soon.
No, you won't. Now get out of my way.
And you must be Susan Ashworth.
Well, perhaps I am?
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I was just going for a little walk, stretch my legs, get some fresh air. Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax. There's been a mistake. You have been prescribed wrong medication. I apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
On time? You have no idea what I've been through?
Once again, I'm truly sorry. I promise no more drugs will be given to you. I personally guarantee you will have a good, peaceful sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
Why can't I go tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without a full psychiatric assessment. It's too late for it now, but I promise we'll have a chat in my office first thing in the morning, okay? And then you can go home. Is that all right?
I haven't really got much choice, have I?
Now I'd like to ask you some questions about your life, Susan. You might find them very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
Fine. Let's get it over with then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand. So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
I live with a friend. She must be worried sick about me.
A friend? Really? I'm confused. In your suicide note, you said you live alone.
Okay, I lied.
You shouldn't be afraid of opening up, Susan.
No, I know.
Please, it's for your own good that we're doing this. We need to figure out where things have gone wrong and how to fix them.
I'm afraid you'll need a time machine for that, Doctor.
A human mind is the best time machine you can get, Susan. All we need is for you to relax and be honest with me. Can we do that?
Yes, Doctor.
What do you do for a living?
I'm between jobs at the moment. I'll find something soon. But it's been difficult. I didn't feel that great. I felt weak and powerless and tired most of the time. I felt really awfully tired.
Typical depression symptoms. We can give you something for that. You'll feel stronger and motivated.
I admire your faith in modern medication, Doctor. I hope you're right.
Describe to me what your mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
I have a cup of tea and read a newspaper.
Perhaps having some breakfast first would improve how you feel through the day. Just something to think about.
Sure, I can try that.
Would you say that you feel safer at home than outside?
Yeah, I suppose. It's not really about safety. I've just felt sad for a long time now. Really sad, you know? Somehow it brings me down even more when I go out and see all those happy, successful people. It makes me feel more like a failure. If I don't see it, it doesn't hurt that much.
What do you think is missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing that you think would make your life better?
A good friend. Someone I could finally trust. But I can't see anyone will turn up anytime soon. I've become a social hermit. People avoid me.
You'll have to try to open up a bit. Hopefully the Suicide Watch worker will work with you on that.
Don't think it'll help much. I heard they're not very good.
Really? Sorry to hear that. Have you ever attended group therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
Yes, it didn't help much, as you can see.
Just something to think about. I can see you're really willing to open up and talk about your issues. That's a positive sign.
We're about to be out of the hospital chapter.
For a long time.
You're doing very well so far. Do you have problems sleeping?
About to see what Dr. X is really like.
Rarely. I sleep well most nights. If anything, I probably sleep too much.
Would you describe for me how you feel at the moment?
I feel fine now. I feel like I want to change my life for the better.
Something like that.
Not really sure how yet, but I really want to try.
Do you find it hard to concentrate?
Yes, sometimes.
Do you drink alcohol, Susan?
No.
That's good. Alcohol is a powerful depressant.
I never really liked drinking.
Excellent. Sometimes when life gets too much and people feel sad or upset, they think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
No, of course not. I don't know what got into me. It's hard to explain why I did it. I must have thought there was no other options left. But I never used to think about it or plan it. It just happened.
I don't know how
As if
long
I'd
it's been since I've
suddenly
been
lost
honest
control.
with this kind of
I knew what
doctor
I was doing was
ever.
wrong,
Ugh.
and yet I was unable
Bad
to
plan
stop it.
always.
Strange, isn't it?
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
It was just a sudden impulse. I'm ashamed of it now. I had a really rotten day, you know? I felt like I was suffocating between the four walls of my bedroom. It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried for the past 3 hours. I I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Sometimes, when I feel really low, I used to think everyone would be happier without me. But I guess people don't really care. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
My cats. I always put out a bowl of food for the stray cats. They're ever so grateful. I like their company.
What makes you feel worse?
Loneliness. I wish I had someone to talk to sometimes.
And yet you seem to avoid people.
Because they're only interested in themselves.
Not all of them, surely. I'm beginning to think you are actually afraid of finding a friend, because it would force you to come out of your shell.
Call it what you like. I'll sure be glad when I find the right person someday.
Have you imagined your funeral, and how people will react to your death?
I imagined it often. I hoped people would feel guilty. But then again, probably no one would come. Mine would be one of those graves covered in weeds and dirt, stuck in the far corner of the cemetery where nobody ever goes. And sad old Susan Ashworth would get forgotten quicker than yesterday's rain. Now, when I think about it, I know that really isn't what I want.
Finally, I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Eric?
Yes, your husband. I believe this might be important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
It's getting late. Can we talk about it some other time?
Fine. I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask, are you going to do it again?
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here. There's just one more thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But...
Please, you must follow me. Quickly.
I went after her. The ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Hurry!
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here. The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute. Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you. Please trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape. Let's go down this corridor. I'll
Hold
be right
on, my
behind
brother's
you.
asking me a question. What?
I think I can hear someone coming.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way.
After this
Turn
chapter,
left
I'm
here.
gonna go
We can use the
for a
maintenance
bit.
lift to get us out of this place.
What are we doing on the roof? Liz! What the hell are you doing? And why is there blood on your clothes? Liz!
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway. This is the only way out of here. The only escape. Let's both jump. It won't hurt, you'll see.
This is a bad idea. Calm down and we'll talk.
I've made up my mind. I need to end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway. No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
I listened. You're a nice girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
So do you remember that story then? The one I told you the other night? The one about the woman in A&E?
Yeah, she smoked a cigarette and burned in bed.
Okay, you have listened. Maybe you're right. Or maybe it was just a blind guess. But I must jump anyway. I have no choice.
Wait! Please stop and think for a second.
Did you not hear what I said? I have no choice.
Yes, you do! You can choose to come back inside with me, and we'll just forget this like it never happened, okay?
Do you remember that other thing I told you? I'm sure I told you about my flatmates. Did I tell you what one of them does for a living? I bet you don't remember that.
She's a stripper.
Yes. Or at least that's what I think she is. You've listened. I just wish other people did.
I'm sure they do. It can't be that bad.
What do you know? Why do you care anyway?
I don't want you to make the same mistake I did.
I thought you of all people knew how it feels. When you're trapped, and you can't trust anyone.
Look, I'm sure there must be someone who cares about you.
My colleagues don't care, my family don't care, even my fucking boyfriend never cared. He said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
On Valentine's Day.
Yes. Valentine's Day. You and I could have been good friends, you know. You really listened to everything I said after all. I'll be back. When you need help, I'll be there, Susan. But right now, it's time for me to let go.
No!
I'm surprised that even made a thud because of what we find out later. What we find out in like minutes from here.
After that, I went back. I tried telling people about Liz, but they all thought I was crazy again and didn't believe me.
And you were absolutely sure you saw Liz jump off this building?
You know, it doesn't matter. I just want to finish this and get some fresh air.
Susan, I know Liz well. She wouldn't do something like that. As a matter of fact, I saw her this morning. She's fine. I'd like you to come with me and see her. Say hi. Make sure she's all right.
Stop treating me like I'm crazy. Fine, I'll go. I don't even care that much anyway. The door is locked?
I plan ahead, Susan. I had a feeling in my gut, and my gut's never wrong. I feel like I really got to know you, though. I'm very sorry you've had such a difficult life. I like your green eyes and your sleek cheekbones. You're a clever girl, Susan, but the sadness has poisoned you for too long. There is no coming back from it. For what it's worth, I would have let you go if it wasn't for Liz.
I really like the music for this too.
Where am I? Who are you?
I am the Crow, of course. I will get you out of here. Unless Susan wants to stay. I thought so. There are two doors leading out of this place. One of them will simply take Susan back to where she belongs. But behind the other one, there is a great reward for her. It's something she always wanted. Something she longs for every single day.
Where are those doors? I can't see them.
Just walk back to the right side of the stage. My dear little Susan can't miss them. Does Susan like my girls? I knew she would.
Whatever they are, tell them to stop staring.
But they are here to guide Susan. They are the guardians of the doors. They know which door she should enter to get her rewards. But there is one problem.
There's always a problem. I'm not even surprised. Which door should I go through?
I will leave that to Susan's own best judgment. But this might be her only chance to find what she had lost. Waste it. And Susan will never get it back. Susan has one question. And she can only ask one of them. She must use it wisely.
Fine, I can do that. But what's the catch?
It's very simple. One of my girls always tells the truth, while the other one always lies.
And I'm guessing you can't tell me which is which?
It's something I've forgotten myself a long time ago, Susan. Well, does it really matter? One question is all Susan needs to find the right door.
That'll teach you to stop staring, you horrible, ugly doll. enter the left door, will I get a reward?
Sorry, I had to call my cat because she was being bad in my mom's room, apparently. Actually, it'd be fun maybe to start here. So. Alright, that's the stream for now. I'll play more of it later.